What kind of life would that be? Oh, I need you in my arms, need you to hold. You're my world, my heart, my soul. If you ever leave, well, baby, you would take away everything good in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know. How do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive?
Okay, if I could just have you right here. Okay, and to be facing each other. If you want to touch hands. Okay, well, it's certainly a magical moment when the day begins and a new life for a couple. And the sound of the surf lapping for nature's music. It's a beautiful morning for your ceremony. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words that shall unite Donald and Melissa in holy matrimony. Donald and Melissa, as the two of you come into this marriage, uniting you as husband and wife, and as you this day affirm your faith and love for one another, I would ask that you always remember to cherish each other as special and unique individuals. That you respect the thoughts, ideas, and suggestions of one another. Be able to forgive, do not hold grudges, and live each day that you may share it together, as from this day forward you shall be each other's home, refuge, your marriage strengthened by your love and respect for each other. This next verse is a definition of love as written by Paul to the Corinthians. Love is very patient and kind, never jealous or envious, never boastful or proud. Love is never haughty or selfish or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable or touchy. Love does not hold grudges and will hardly notice when others do it wrong. Love is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. If you love someone, you will be loyal to them no matter what the costs. You will always believe in them, always expect the best in them, and will always stand your ground in defending them. The vows that you're about to exchange serve as a verbal representation of the love you pledge to each other, for it's not the words that you will speak today that will bond you together as one, but the inner sense of love and commitment that each of you must feel within your heart and within your soul. So if it is your intention to share with each other all the laughter and tears and all the years will bring, by these promises bind yourselves to each other. Donald, do you take Melissa to be your wife? If so, say I do.
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only to her forevermore? If so, say I do.
I do.
And Melissa, do you take Donald to be your husband? If so, say I do.
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only to him forevermore? If so, say I do.
I do.
Donald, if you please take the bride's rings. And Melissa, you take the groom's ring. Thank you. Traditionally, the marking of the passage to the status of husband and wife is marked by the exchange of rings such as these. Although wedding customs may be cherished because of the history they represent, ultimately what keeps these customs alive is their relevance in our changing world. How nice it is we have some of these customs to hold on to and so much else around us is changing. These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver of this love you have for each other. And that forms a full circle, just like the symbol of the ring and the symbol of eternity. Throughout your many, many years ahead, as you're going to glance down at your hand from time to time, you're going to see that ring. Sometimes a busy moment, sometimes a quiet moment. May it remind you of the vows that you pledged to each other today in this beautiful setting. And may the rings remind you of the power of faith and love. And I would ask that you let the rings remind you of one other thing. I don't know how many jewelry stores you went into when you found these rings, but what you were searching for was a finished product. This metal and the stones were in the earth, and someone had to get them out and shape it and form it into what you were purchasing, the finished product. Just like the two of you. You met, you liked each other, fell in love, decided to get married, and here you are today. So as you look at those rings in the years ahead, may they remind you of those reasons why you fell in love with each other. Donald, you please place the ring on Melissa's left hand and just repeat these few words after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Okay. Did you want to put the other one on too? Or? Okay. And Melissa, please place the ring on Donald's left hand and just repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Okay. And now you have chosen the sand unity ceremony. Since we are down here at one of nature's beautiful beach sites, appropriately, we'll have this little sand unity ceremony. If you'd like, I'll hold your flowers for you. Melissa, if I could just have you go on one side of the table, and Donald, you go on the other side of the table there. Just facing out. This is just a symbolic ceremony, but not only are you joining your own lives together today, but before you were married, you had separate families, separate sets of friends, and today all that gets joined together as one as well by this act of marriage. So I ask you to each pick up one of the containers of sand, and each of you pour some of the sand into that center heart-shaped container. And we'll just ask that you leave a little bit of sand in your container, because even though you're joined together, you're still individuals, and it's that individuality that adds a spark to a relationship. That's great. You guys did good. You put a lot of sand together. Okay, Donald, if you please pick up that center heart-shaped container and take a look at those grains of sand. Is there any way you can tell which came from your container and which came from Melissa's?
No.
No. And so we wish for your two lives to be intertwined together, just like those grains of sand cannot be separated back again. Please come back and join hands. May these two find each other the love that all men and women long for, and isn't that the truth? May the home that they're going to establish be a sanctuary that all will find there a friend. Inasmuch as you have consented today to live in wedlock, have sealed your vows in the presence of this company, the exchanging of your rings and the holding of your hands. It is my great pleasure to pronounce that you are husband and wife. Congratulations, you may seal all these promises with a kiss. Congratulations.
Without you, there'd be no sun in my sky. There would be no love in my life. There'd be no world left for me and I. Well, baby, I don't know what I would do. I'd be lost if I lost you. If you ever leave, well, baby, you would take away everything real in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know. How do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I?
Toast, I promise to love you and cherish you forever and always.